off we go from Denver. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out. Ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Los Angeles Chargers. And off we go from Denver. And he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. At their own 22-yard line. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Herbert off of play action. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man complete. It's Taylor. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big gain that time for the Chargers. 1st and 10, Taylor now. Shifts by him and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Can this defense get the stop on the opening drive? Here's 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Anthony Schwartz, his 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Chargers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-zip.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now Jackson taps his forward jet sweep. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
And that's something you have to get ready for defensively, because in today's NFL, teams will use their wide receivers on jet sweeps, end arounds. They'll move them back in the backfield to make them running backs. Partner, this was much more of a tap pass, but effective nonetheless.
And I think both guys love it. If you're a quarterback, it's an easy completion. If you're a wide receiver, you get the easy reception and also a chance to try to make a play with your feet. Jackson's throw completes a Rager. And some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Jackson now. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of... Matt Nagy wants the officials to take another look at that one. He'll throw out the challenge flag. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
To throw again is Jackson. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down. Herbert takes it and just pops it forward. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. To the air again, Herbert. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. A great play there. 40 yards. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion. The first time they failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
On first down, it's Taylor. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Well, these two teams have met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So they're looking for the series sweep here in Denver. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Schwartz. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Play action. It's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Throwing again on second down. Herbert. Over the middle, complete. That's Taylor. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. After one, a 14-3 ball game. Herbert back to the air. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Anthony Schwartz with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings this one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. He's continuing to be a big presence defensively. Remember last week, AFC Defensive Player of the Week, and a big pick right there.
And when you pile up big numbers, it gets everyone's attention. But sometimes the number just needs to be, how many game-changing plays did you make? Did you take the ball away from the other team? He just did that, trying to win the award again this week.
I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play. On 2nd and goal, Herbert. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Really nice gain on the completion. However, still 3rd and goal that they face now. Flush to his right. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers continue to pull away here in this first half. Brandon Staley telling his troops to stay out there and go for 2. They'll look to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air, there's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first, and he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Play action. Now Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, had his hands on it. Couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Tucker's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15. And And they finally get to him out near midfield, but he's all the way across the 45 to the 46.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared.
He's got a man complete. And he takes this in the red zone all the way inside Denver's 15. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Touchdown, Chargers. Jonathan Taylor, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Here's Herbert. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. They go play action with Jackson. He'll fire it deep for Rager. They've got his man complete. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. A huge play there for Denver. They go play action now. Jackson. He'll fire it deep for Rager. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Jalen Rager, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos cut into that lead.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
Yeah, now they're just looking to add to that total. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. Herbert throwing again. And that's caught at the 2. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Play action. It's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Go. 14's the mic. 14's the mic.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Mike 14. Mike 14.
All day, punk.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Jackson. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, report. Report.
Mike 14.
Watch the screen.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jackson steps away to his left. Oh, and for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. After the turnover, here's Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott, and he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
Now that's a takeaway.
So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first,
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
a lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Jackson on first down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Going for the deep ball. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Here's Mostert. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now Jackson. Being chased, and he's going to be swallowed up and taken down. Sacked back at the 5-yard line. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
Mike 14. Mike 14. I got him. Mike 14. Mike 14.
You got what?
4th down. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Eluding the pressure right. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Buying time to his left. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big third-quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Again, Herbert. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Second and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. A big play there for L.A.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Again, it'll be Taylor. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 7. And now it's 3rd down. Here's Herbert. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Chargers go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that? Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Jackson. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. He'll fire it deep for Rager. It got his man complete.
You thought you had it, didn't you?
And all the way home for a Broncos score. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position, and that was special there. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And around the goal line, especially on two-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he's going to be taken down inside the 10 at about the 8-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, third quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10.
And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. 2nd down, another run with Taylor. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 56 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll try the left side. It's Hines. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally marked down at the 23. A big gain that time for the Chargers. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Boy, nowhere to go at all on that first down run as they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage. Play action. It's Herbert. Rolling to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown. Tyler Lockett with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Dancing to his left. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown,
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no.
And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Herbert now. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the Broncos are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Jackson now. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
14's the mic. 14's the mic.
Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. Mike 14. Mike 14.
Throwing is Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep here for Watkins. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Tyler Lockett now with a return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28.
The Charger drive about to get going. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money. The extra point up and good. And that will extend this big lead. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch counter.
He's got it at the 15. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A huge play there for Denver. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Get the ball.
One more time with Mostert. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. 3rd and goal, Jackson. He'll buy some time right. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And now here's another interception. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. They're going to pass here with Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off down at the 2. And now nothing but green ahead of him. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Forced out to his left. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a squib kick fielded just inside the 20. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing.
This is caught inside the 15. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Herbert operating from the red zone. Steps away to his left. That completes it again to Metcalf. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And just a yard to go here on 2nd down. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And unable to connect. It's incomplete. And the clock stopped at 8 seconds. Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And Rager will not return it, so it'll come out to the 25 on the touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Kind of an odd schedule this year. These 2 teams getting their 2 games in very late in the season. Their first meeting just a few weeks ago, back in Week 15, and it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again, 2nd and 10 from the 25. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And this is recovered by the Chargers. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything